Temple was in action this past Saturday against UCF. Temple won the game 30-16. Up next for the Owls will be this Thursday at East Carolina, 7 p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPN2. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call today. Just take a minute to tie up the game against UCF. And tell us what you expect to see as you face East Carolina Thursday, please.
I thought it was a good football game on Saturday night. UCF, they made plays to take the lead, and I was proud of our guys to come back and find a way to win. I thought it was just a tremendous defensive performance by us. In the last two games, we've held opponents to, less than 250 yards total or through the two games. So we're playing well on defense. Proud of the offensive line. They ran for, in Jihad, they ran for 125 yards plus in the fourth quarter, which is part of how we do things. But we have a lot to get corrected. A lot of penalties. Turned the ball over 4 times. And we won't win real long if we turn the ball over. So we'll hopefully get that corrected as we move forward and get ready to play East Carolina on an extremely short week. Going from playing a night game to playing on Thursday is a challenge, and one that I'm sure we'll be ready for. Our kids are preparing at a high level each week, so I expect that they'll do the same. So Coach McNeil has an outstanding team. They're dynamic on offense. They've got 2 really good quarterbacks, great tailback, the same receivers that they had last year in terms of the same production and ability level. And their tight end is just a fantastic player. And then they're really a really strong defensive team. So our work will be cut out for us. We've got a lot of great players. Montez Overton's one of my favorite players in the league. So with that, we're preparing and hopefully get ready to play a great game Thursday night.
Any questions for Coach Rhule, please? Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll go first to Mike Kern at Philadelphia Daily News.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Good, Mike. How are you?
Not still wearing the same outfit today, are you?
No, I showered this morning.
Matt, you alluded to this a little bit yesterday, but you just talk about the fact that getting here is great, but the real work, you still got a half a season ahead, and the harder work probably is ahead of you.
Yeah, the only way to be successful in life is to just focus on what's next. And, I'm proud of what we've done. I don't want to diminish the accomplishments in terms of being 6-0 and having a chance to be bowl eligible. But if that's the highlight of our season, then it's not going to be the season we wanted. So we have to be completely focused on what the future is today, and is East Carolina, and they're a really dangerous team. I believe I think we're underdogs in this game. So that's a role that we've done for a long time, and I think our kids probably relish that role.
We'll go next to Bill Bender at Sporting News.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Well, and I was just wondering, obviously with being ranked, how do you address that with your kids? Is it something that you said you guys are?
I'm sorry, I lost you there, sir.
I said, sorry. Can you? I was saying that with the kids. Is it one of those deals where how much do you talk about being ranked, or is it something you said because you're preparing at a high level that you don't hit that much?
I think I discussed it because I know everyone else is, and I just try to always deal in reality. So my point has very simply been, rankings come and go, by game, and at the end of the day, if you want to be ranked, our focus should be on being ranked at the end of the year. And the only way to do that is to, prepare and focus on what's next at a high level. And that's an East Carolina team that's extremely dangerous and extremely talented. So, but I did talk about it just because I know they're hearing about it. And, I don't want to put my head in the sand. So I just discussed it and tried to set the proper tone for how we should look at it.
And with the conference as well, obviously having 3 ranked teams, the conference is also getting a lot of national attention now too. I mean, is this something that it's been like this the whole time this year, or is it just coming to our attention now?
Yeah, I mean, I think me personally, I've had a chance to watch Houston and Memphis. I played against them. I thought they should have been ranked way higher a lot earlier. You know what I mean? I think they're outstanding teams. I think Navy's a top 25 team, and I think there's lots of them. So I think when you see the teams that people have beat, East Carolina beating Virginia Tech, Cincinnati beating Miami, I think this is just a really, really strong league. And I know a lot of people would rather play a lot of teams in Power 5 conferences than play Navy and play Memphis and play Houston. And we're trying to get ourselves to the level of those 3 teams.
Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you.
We'll go next to Ronnie Woodward at the Greenville Daily Reflector.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. You mentioned this a little bit, but a big game, obviously, at ECU, and then you have Notre Dame next week. You're nationally ranked. I mean, it's kind of simple, but are the players or the coaches just kind of enjoying what's going on right now, and just an exciting few weeks for your team, I guess?
We're probably not the happy-go-lucky, type around here. We're a pretty focused group, focused coach, and the players are, we really know how good East Carolina is. I mean, they had 500 yards of offense against us last year, and we couldn't move the ball against them at all. So, we won because we got some turnovers and it was in a rainy day. But you turn the tape on, and they're just scary. They're absolutely scary. Whether whichever quarterback's in. I mean, it just seems like they just replaced the arsenal. So we're not really enjoying too much of anything right now. This is a real challenge getting ready on a short week, and we're kind of going at it full bore right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
And we have time for one more for Coach Rhule, please.
We'll go to Dan Tortora at Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
Hey, Dan.
To look at this league as a whole, I know you've talked about it a little bit here, but representing the league as one of those three teams undefeated, do you feel more pressure on yourself, or do you like the opportunity of knowing that, as you had stated before, you want this conference to obviously be out there in the national spotlight and get respect? Do you like that Temple's one of those teams that's able to do that at this point?
Yeah, I've been 0-5. It's way better being 6-0 than being 0-5. That 0-5 was pressure. 6-0 is it's just a number. I really just care about how we play, and I wasn't happy with the way we played in a lot of ways last week. I've said it. I think we have a really good football league, and a lot. We have a lot of teams that are a lot better than a lot of other teams, and leagues that get more attention. So I'm glad the world's seeing how good some of the teams are.
And just a quick follow-up here. Looking at P.J. Walker, around 20 to 30 pass attempts per game outside of the UMass game, which is obviously a little bit more. What can you say you like about what he's doing with those pass attempts, and do you like to keep him kind of in that 20 to 30 range?
Well, I think when you throw the ball 20 to 30 times, it means you're running the football. And if you're running the football, it usually means you're winning. When you have to start throwing it 35, 40, 45 times, then you're losing. That's for our style of offense, right? I mean, the teams just throw it all the time. That's what they do. But if we can keep, not that we don't want him to throw it, but we want to run the football. If we're running it, then we don't have to throw it more than 25 or 30 times. So I like what he's done. He's gotten us in the right place, protected the ball all but 3 times this year, only 3 interceptions, and I think he's just going to get better and better.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Sir.
Coach, I know you're under the gun with the schedule in a short week, so appreciate you giving us a few minutes today, and look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thanks, Chuck.
All right. And again, Coach Matt Rhule from Temple. The Owls take on East Carolina on the road Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.